Hello and greetings to everyone watching this video. We, the students at MIT Academy of Engineering, specifically School of Electrical Engineering, are here to present a review paper in the VLSI domain. The title of the paper being A Study to Reduce Power Dissipation and Impact Ionization Effect in CMOS Design Technology. So, hereforth, my team member Jay Vamne will continue with the presentation. Thank you.
So basically, in modern era, we need sleeker devices with more capabilities, longer battery life. However, power dissipation or leakage current occurs in all the circuits that are currently used. Power dissipation in CMOS circuit has been huge challenge. The exponential growth of both static and dynamic power dissipation in any CMOS process technology has increased the cost. So they are basically the three components of power dissipation, that is static, dynamic, and short circuit power dissipation. Static power dissipation is simply the product of leakage current, that is ICC, and supply voltage. Dynamic power dissipation is because of transistor switching, and the short circuit power dissipation happens when there is short circuit connection between supply voltage and ground at the time of gate switching. So the short circuit power is termed as frequency into short circuit current during the switching and into the supply voltage, and the total power dissipation is the cumulative sum of all these three components. The impact ionization will be further continued by Kajal Singh.
As we know the structure of MOSFET, due to oxidized layer insulation, there is no current going through the gate and the input impedance is very high. According to the Moore's law, in every 24 months, number of chips double, which signifies that the length of the channel reduces in submicrons. That makes it short channel devices as well as increases its performance, but due to increase in electric field at drain, keeping drain voltage fixed, electrons are imparted enough energy to become hot, and these hot electrons impact the drain, dislodging holes that are there is swept towards the negatively charged substrate and develop substrate current. This is called impact ionization. For the reduction of power dissipation and impact ionization, the next slide. We have taken three methods for power dissipation. There is FBB, forward body bias technique, and stack ONOFIC technique. For impact ionization, we have taken thin body FDOSOI with raised source and drain. Next. This is a research paper and the explanation will be continued by Jay Vamne.
Okay, so one out of the few techniques available to overcome power dissipation in CMOS, forward bias is a technique used to dynamically adjust the threshold voltage, that is VTH, of CMOS transistor, which allows a designer to tune circuits behavior to meet the power and the performance specification. But basically, by alternating or altering the voltage of a device bulk connection, the designer can place a device into either reverse or forward body bias, changing the effective VTH, that is the threshold voltage required to turn the device or the circuit on. So, forward body bias technique for 65 nanometer CMOS technology can work under very low supply voltage, as low as VDD equals to 0.4 voltage. Has been proposed by Moradi in his research that we have actually mentioned in our review paper as well. So basically, in this technique, as we can see in this diagram, a domino logic circuit with constant supply voltage is used for the experiment. When clock is low, that is 0, whereby clock bar is at logic 1, the supply voltage node connected to VDD. When inputs are logic low, the supply voltage decreases accordingly to reduce the power dissipation. Nevertheless, when supply voltage is low, the reliability and the sensitivity of circuit noise is deteriorating due to the reduction of on current that passes through the PMOS transistor. In order to hold the dynamic node state, in this review paper, the NMOS device is is the evaluation network and downsized to solve the noise issue. The FBB improves the delay by reducing the threshold voltage, and the reverse body bias decreases the leakage current by increasing the threshold voltage. Uh, Therefore, one can reduce the VTH, keeping the VDD constant, hence improving the performance parameter of any design. And this is how this technique basically works. The next technique would be explained by Gaurav. Over to you, Gaurav.
For the first technique, we have seen the first technique of the power dissipation, reduction of power dissipation. Now, for the second technique, as it is stated as stack ONOFIC. So, as you can see in this paper on the figure number 4, the block diagram of the technique is mentioned. In case you are not able to see it, the paper will be in the description of the video. So, the basic structure you can see is very similar to a CMOS, but the thing that is different is in the central piece, that is the logic, like the logic block or the block schematic of the like stack ONFIC. So to begin with, the what exactly is placed in that block? In that block, we have two leakage control transistors known as LCTs. We have a PMOS and we have a NMOS. And the basic connection is that the drain terminal of the PMOS is connected to the gate terminal of the two NMOSs, and the gate terminal of the PMOS is connected to the output. So this basically serves as the logic block schematic of the stack ONFIC. And by implementing this complete diagram or this flow, what happens is the ONFIC block offers minimum resistance when it is in on condition, and maximum when it is in off condition. This in turn helps to reduce the power dissipation and the propagation delay of the complete circuit. So this is basically the implementation of the stack ONF as a technique. Next on for the impact ionization, Kajal will continue. Thank you.
For impact ionization, we took thin body FDSOI with raised source and drain. What is FDSOI? That is fully depleted silicon on insulator. So, for the reduction of impact ionization, re- it requires to use a thin silicon film to remove the subsurface leakage path. The thin body MOSFET can only implement this kind of concept. The source to drain current is restricted to the region close to the gate in thin body to control the gate superior in thin body MOSFET, as this MOSFET does not depend upon heavily doped channel. It eliminates the condition of decrease in mobility due to scattering impurities and substrate current fluctuation due to creation of electrons and hole pair. The device carries a thin body on insulator structure and actually is an extension of fully depleted transistor, since a thin given a high series resistance that reduces the drive current. A rise in SND, that is source and drain, should be there to avoid this kind of condition. The explanation in one of the paper mentioned in our reference has explained the formation of rise SND, that is source and drain, by polysilicon deposition and ETCH back. But the exception is it impacts the speed and the power consumption of the device. Next, please.
So here you can see two screenshots, one after the another. Actually, we have submitted a paper in the International Journal of Industrial Electronics and Electrical Engineering. And in the screenshots, you can see the response that we have received from them. Next slide. This is the basically response that we achieved, got from them, and this is the acceptance letter of our review paper. So next slide.
So continuing further, as Gaurav explained, this is the acceptance letter that we received, and here it is clearly mentioned that we have cleared the stage one for publication in the upcoming issues of any of the following international journals. Moving ahead.
As the conclusion of our paper is scaling down to the techniques has lead to increase in power dissipation. Nowadays, a leakage power has become more dominant as compared to dynamic power. Leakage current is a primary concern for low power, high performance digital CMOS circuit. Reducing power consumption can be optimized, thus make the electronic circuit more reliable. Impact ionization basically occurs due to the gate length reduction and creation of electron hole pair, which leads us to hot electron effect. By reducing impact ionization, we can reduce short channel effect, which is also known as the hot electron effect. This review we have presented a few techniques proposed by previous studies such as forward body bias technique, stack ONOFIC technique, thin body FBSOI, which raised source and drain to reduce the parameters like power dissipation and impact ionization in CMOS design, leading to better battery life, lower cooling and packing cost, not affecting input impedance and delay, which improves the performance of the MOSFET. Next, we are team. These are my teammates.
So thank you everyone
Thank
for patiently listening to us.